Bye.
239-9393, coming right back. Oh, we're not coming back, are we? Got to talk to Dell Philips.
I like Dell Philips.
You know, if Dell needed to quarantine himself,
he'd be in the crawl space.
It'd be easy for him.
He doesn't even know it's snowing because he's in the cave.
Hey, Dell.
Coincidentally, that's where I just came from. Was a wet, moldy crawl space.
Seriously,
a lot warmer down there than it is right now.
You know what, Dell? I would say if anyone is resistant to the coronavirus, it would be you. I think you've probably already built up a resistance.
I put that out there on my Facebook page.
Oh, did you?
I think
there you go. See, great minds think alike. All right, tell us what's going on and what exactly department you run at the Michaelis Corporation.
Well, as far as running.
Well, that was really smooth, Kevin. Good job on that. Kevin was actually he
was bumping elbows.
His elbow because we're not shaking hands, and he elbowed a liner, as we say in the business. Sorry about that. So you were we lost you when you were talking about what you actually do, what department you're in at the Michaelis Corporation.
Well, I focus on basements and crawl spaces for waterproofing, foundation repair, and mold remediation. So I just got out of a wet, moldy basement, and I'm trying to warm up here in my car, but I'm getting ready to go to a basement downtown is a wet basement that's also got some unstable walls. So That's what we focus on as far as at Michaelis, as far as one of the departments that I'm in is realtors, real estate transactions. We do a lot of real estate transactions, so that's why realtors are our friends, and home inspectors are our friends, and structural engineers are our friends also.
So you really get into those can be a very emotional times and emotional situations. How do you handle that?
It's easy. I mean, we're not deal breakers and we're not deal makers as far as on the real estate transactions. We're just educators. So, I mean, we show up, we take pictures, we take measurements, we tell you how we can make it dry or healthy or stable, whether it's a basement or a crawl space, and then we present the numbers to whoever called us, whether it was the buyer or the seller, and then, give them the numbers and let them negotiate it, because we're not involved as far as, the emotional side of it. We're just trying to tell them how we can make it better for them.
You think you aren't, but by presenting a very common sense one way or the other, you can make somebody that is emotionally distraught feel better about a situation. So, and I appreciate what you're saying, but I think that's where you really come in, and you can really help out both buyer and seller.
Exactly. I mean, when the mold word is brought up, as far as home inspectors can't call it mold because, they've got sued in the past, so they have to call it suspected growth or everything like that. As far as if you see mold in a crawl space, I mean, it is mold. It's just a matter of what type. And as far as at Michaelis, we don't sell mold on a scary because we do lots of mold remediation work, whether it be in a crawl space or a living area or a medical facility. So, I mean, you've got mold. Okay, well, let's take care of it as far as remediate it, but we need to figure out what the source is. And, in crawl spaces, it's either in mold anywhere, really, as far as it's three things, basically, as far as it's standing water and or pipes that have broke or busted, that's creating water, or it's high humidity, or it's stagnant air. So, I mean, if you got mold in a crawl space, you might need a waterproofing system. You might need a dehumidifier. You might need a plastic vapor barrier to help with the humidity. So, yeah.
There you go. Dell, well, thank you for spending a little time. Sorry about that screw up there on the front end, but that's exactly what I'm talking about with the Michaelis Corporation. You don't get craziness. You get the facts. They show you how it can be taken care of. You make the decision. The Michaelis Corporation, 844-FIX-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation. Construct, renovate, restore.